The second part opens with a somber, reflective tone, capturing the lingering silence left after Rachel's sudden departure. Winter in Vermont with its cold, heavy snow mirrors the emotional chill that has settled in Ethan's life. The campus feels emptier without Rachel's presence. The warmth of their connection is replaced by a hollow absence. This atmosphere sets the emotional stage for what comes next, a story about missed chances. The ache of waiting and the courage it takes to open your heart when you thought it was too late. Ethan Cole. From Rules to Vulnerability in Part 1. Ethan is a man who lives by rules, both academic and emotional. By the end of Part 1, that control was shaken, but still intact. And Part 2. Ethan is confronting the reality of loss and regret. His professional world remains structured classes, new students, new assignments, but emotionally, he's distracted, restless. Rachel's absence is a void that no other student or paper can fill. The email, a quiet reach for connection. Ethan's decision to send Rachel a single email is deeply human. It's not dramatic or desperate. It's a simple act of reaching out to someone who mattered. The email's wording, "I hope you're okay. I read it again last night, just wanted you to know. It's mattered." You matter reveals his vulnerability. He's admitting that her story, her presence, her very being touched him. This is an emotional confession wrapped in a professional message. The lack of a reply, however, deepens the tension. Rachel's silence is both a protection and a question mark. It leaves Ethan and the audience wondering if there's still a chance. Spring's arrival, new beginnings, and old yearning. Spring is traditionally a time of renewal. New students fill the classroom. Life on campus buzzes with energy. But Ethan's mind keeps returning to that empty chair in the third row. Rachel isn't physically there, but emotionally. She's everywhere. The arrival of spring contrasts with his inner winter, highlighting the tension between hope and loss. The bookstore encounter, fate or choice, the story's turning point, happens in a small ATC. Happens in a small HEC. It's small HECCCs if, while unenquisted. If you're using like a scanner app, and it's like, you're gonna die. Like, look at this. Quote, like ELOO. And we see with L-it-T. As we see. .1, 8, TA. I see us. LETHECAT. HEATCCATZCC wid canaskra I ki HEETATACEY can me to kai to see with you see with some we with it to can you can to psyche we cozy bookstore in Burlington. Rachel's favorite kind of place. Their reunion is both tender and charged with the weight of unspoken feelings. There's no grand confession or dramatic declaration. Instead, it's a quiet moment filled with the shared history of what they almost had. The bookstore, a place of stories and secrets, becomes the perfect setting for this reunion. It symbolizes a fresh chapter, a meeting place for two souls who have been apart but never quite separated. Their conversation, honest and raw, the dialogue between Ethan and Rachel is understated but emotionally potent. Rachel's question, extra credit. Still holding up? It's playful but layered with meaning. She's acknowledging their past connection, while testing the waters for what might come next. Ethan's reply, "I think it expired the day you walked away," is tinged with regret but also honesty. It shows he's been waiting, perhaps too long, and that time has created its own barriers. Breaking the silence, the first touch, the moment. Rachel's fingers brush Ethan's hand is small but monumental. In Part 1, their touches were accidental, fleeting, filled with hesitation. Now, when their hands meet, there's intention, warmth, and acceptance. It's a physical acknowledgement of emotional openness. This gesture marks the shift from almost to maybe. It's the start of something real, however fragile. I'm not asking for fairy tales. Rachel's words reveal a mature understanding of love. She's not expecting perfection or instant happiness. She wants something real, something honest and grounded. This line deepens her character. She's a woman who's been hurt, who's learned to protect herself, but who still yearns for connection. It's a hopeful, yet cautious declaration of vulnerability. Ethan's response, a real beginning, sounds perfect. Ethan's reply is a quiet surrender to hope. It's a promise, not of forever, but of presence. He's no longer the man who waits silently behind rules. He's willing to take a risk, to step into the uncertainty of love. The final scene. A new chapter. The story closes with them sitting together in the bookstore's quiet corner. Coffee's growing cold, hands intertwined. This image is powerful because it represents a moment outside time where neither is rushing to define what comes next. They are simply two people, connected, ready to explore what extra everything might truly mean. Themes and emotional depth. 1. Healing and Second Chances. Part 2 is about healing, the slow, often painful process of reopening your heart after loss. Both Ethan and Rachel carry emotional wounds, his from divorce, hers from personal struggles, and perhaps the fear of falling for someone unavailable. The reunion offers a second chance, not just at love, but at trusting and being vulnerable again. 2. The weight of time. The story acknowledges that time can be both a healer and a barrier. Ethan's waiting and Rachel's absence symbolize the delicate balance between hope and regret. Their reunion shows that even after time and distance, some connections remain waiting patiently for the right moment. 3. Emotional maturity. Like many romantic stories centered on youthful passion or impulsiveness, this one emphasizes emotional maturity. Both characters understand the complexity of their feelings. They don't rush, demand, or idealize. Instead, they speak honestly, set boundaries, and express hope with caution. 4. The power of stories. Books and writing continue to play a central role. The bookstore setting is symbolic, a place of stories, history, and discovery. It's fitting that their relationship evolves in such a space, a reminder that stories shape our understanding of ourselves and others. 5. Realistic romance. The story avoids cliches or fairy tale endings. Instead, it offers a nuanced, heartfelt depiction of adult love marked by longing, uncertainty, hope, and the willingness to try again. Narrative structure and style. 1. Soft cliffhangers and resolutions. Part 1 ended with a poignant cliffhanger. Rachel's withdrawal and silence. Part 2 opens with that silence, then slowly builds toward resolution through small, intimate moments rather than grand gestures. This pacing makes the emotional payoff feel earned and genuine. 2. Subtle, natural dialogue. The conversations between Ethan and Rachel are understated but rich with subtext. This realism helps the audience relate to their hesitations, hopes, and fears. 3. Symbolism and setting. Vermont's changing seasons mirror the emotional states of the characters. Winter's cold loneliness, spring's hopeful renewal. The bookstore serves as a symbol of safe space, shared interests, and new beginnings. Why this story resonates? This story works because it captures a universal human experience, the painful beauty of almost falling in love, the fear of crossing boundaries, and the courage it takes to risk connection. It's mature, gentle, and emotionally honest qualities that make it stand out from typical romantic narratives. The characters are relatable and flawed, and their journey is not about instant happiness, but gradual understanding and hope.